Welcome back to another video, man. If you are new here, make sure that you are subscribed. This is Street Trade FX with Malaysian SNR. So let's break that down. So today I want to share with you guys a very important topic, which is actually easy for you to understand when you are trading with SNR, right? And most people who were starting with SNR, I think they were doing what's that other topic? I'll look for it and then I'll mention it later on. So anyway, they call it RBS and SBR and all that. So that's what we're gonna discuss right now. So let's begin. So I'm gonna show you what happened, and it was something which I already had projected to happen in the market. So initially, that's what happened, right? And I'm gonna give you guys a possible signal at the end. So so what actually happened was that we took out this previous high right here, and then we traded lower. So when price does this, when price takes out a high, we know that there's a likelihood that it's willing to reverse, right? Or it's willing to retrace. So how would you know that? The first thing that you're gonna do is to observe what happened around the high, right? So if price closed above this area with the candle's body, we would have assumed that this is a break, right? A break of this high and not a raid, right? So obviously, the only thing which price did was that it traded above and then closed below the high, indicating to us that it's willing to trade lower. And you can see with the following candle that it closed bearish, creating an area of resistance, and then we sold off from there. But let's say that you did miss this move right here. Where else would you be willing to sell? Because you can see that price created a very strong uh, bearish move. There was a lot of momentum to the downside, right? So what I then did was that I started observing areas of resistance which have never been used, right? The first one being this one, right? This is the top area. This one, we already used it. We mitigated this area of resistance, which is a bearish open close, where it happens by creating a sell scenario. And then after that, which other area can we find which is above, right? Because I focus on two areas. So another area, someone might have chose this one. You are not wrong. You are not wrong at all. And then for me personally, because you need a lot of experience in order for you to be able to see them in the market in real time. So what I then saw was that when price was approaching this previous high, we created a buy and then we created a sell move, right? And then after that, we created another buy and then we traded lower. So when we created this area, initially this area was an area of resistance, right? And then what we did, we broke above that resistance. It then becomes an area of support, right? So if it becomes an area of support, we would anticipate that price would find find bullishness after trading towards this level, right? But knowing for the fact that what happened above this area, knowing that we did not close above here, we ignore this area and assume that it would be broken. Had we closed above here, we would anticipate buying from here. But then what price did, we broke below that area, which was the best possible scenario to happen. And then when price starts trading back to that area, remember, we look for two of the highest areas, right? We have this bearish open close, we have this resistance breaks become support, and then we broke below that support. It now becomes a resistance again. It becomes the initial resistance that it was. So I'm going to focus on these two areas. If price does not react from this one, then it's most likely going to react to this one, right? So this was my area of interest that I was willing to sell from. And what happened? Price came back here, traded lower. And as you all know me, I like taking my trades with 30 pip stop loss on all of the trades. 30 pip stop loss. So entry level here. No apologies about that. Entry level right there with your 30 pip stop loss. And then let's see, 30 pip stop loss right there. And maybe just a quick advice, maybe you can also add your spread just to accommodate it whenever price trades towards these areas if you're taking the trade aggressively. So that's basically the simplest way to trade, using the higher time frame. But you can still adjust your lot size. I mean your stop loss based on how comfortable you are, based on uh, the risk to reward stats that you use, right? The risk to reward rules that you use. So basically, my target was somewhere below here. I did not necessarily trade towards the area that I wanted to. I just reversed shy away from that area where I wanted to buy from. So it's somewhere around here. I'm just marking it up randomly just so you know that I'm still looking to buy from that area. So right now, what's my bias on gold? What's my bias on gold? So basically, what we're gonna do, we can see that we have a lot of cluster around this area, right? We have a lot of cluster around this area, right here. So what we do, what I saw actually, was that we created an area of support. It was actually multiple areas of support, and then we used it right here. Another area of support was created, and then price traded high away from it, and then found resistance, broke below this area of support right here, which is now becoming an area of resistance. So I'm still anticipating a bit of bearishness on gold to try and get to this area, and then we can possibly look for an up move, right? That's basically what I'm anticipating on gold. So fine, since all this area is an area of resistance, I'm sorry. Anyway, we're gonna go to the 4 hour and refine, right? It's an area of resistance because it was an area of support. We traded below it, right? So when we go to the 4 hour, we're gonna refine that area. And by the way, if you're still watching so far, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on my latest videos. And if you still want to watch more of these kind of videos, just visit my YouTube channel. You'll find more than 10 videos relating to SNR, and most of them are just breakdown videos, which is actually good because you get to see how it's applied, right? So fine, let's continue. Make sure to also leave a like, leave a comment for what you'd want to see next as well. Leave all your concerns in the comment. It's a concern section. It's not a comment section. It's a concern section. Or yeah. Let's just continue. Never mind that. So anyway, this was the daily area of resistance, right? We traded towards that area. Then which area did we target? I know this is just random. This is just a random area because right now, no, I don't remember using this area, but I did mark up a certain area right here. Let me just try and look for it. I know that one is not the one which I looked for. Okay, basically what happened, right? I know this is the daily resistance, right? And some of you, maybe when you went to the 1 hour, you would have chose this area, which is actually correct. And if let's say you took it aggressively and got taken out, that's fine. You can still attempt it right here. So that's basically what I did. So when I went to the 1 hour, I saw that we had the small swing high because the reaction did not happen the way that we wanted. Price took out that small swing high right there, right? After taking it out, created an area of resistance and then sold off. A new area of resistance right here and another one right here, and then sold off. Right? I'm just marking up. I'm gonna mark up the most recent one so that we can discuss what we are anticipating to see next. So this is the resistance which held price lower, right? This is the resistance which held price lower. So when I went to the 4 hour this morning or last night actually, I looked for possible areas which I can sell from. The first one, the only one actually, was this one right here, buy and then sell. Right, this one right here, buy and then sell, and price traded towards that area, and we got a small sell-off. We traded a bit high this morning. We took out that high, and then we are now currently creating a new area of resistance. Another area which is still way too far out of our radar is this one, but we're just gonna ignore that for now. So what's gonna happen right now, I'm just gonna mark up this area and then mark up what happened. We took out liquidity, and then I'm just gonna wait for it to maybe close below here, maybe close below here, and then look for a possible move like that. Right, this is a possibility. Right, that's a difference between a signal and also a setup. So basically my bias on gold would be that I'd want it to come back here, 30 pip stop loss. Yeah, I think 30 pip stop loss would be fine. Let's just make it like that, 30-40 pip stop loss, right? Something like that. And then we anticipated to trade upwards of 450 pips. So that's more than 1:10, 1:11. So basically, if you have maybe a $10 account, let's say you're starting out, $10 account, you just set your limit with maybe a 0.02. You just wait for it to trade lower, and you make around $90. So that's basically yeah, the anticipation for this move. What the? Anyway, that's basically what I'm anticipating on gold, and yeah, I hope you guys have learned something from this, and make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's get to a 5k, man. Let's get to a 5k, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you boys.